This one piqued my interest because, one, I haven't heard anything out of Dolly Parton for a long time, but I really want to hear the blend between Sabrina and Dolly Parton. It doesn't seem like something that would work. So let's see if it does. I love those organic, down-home type sounds, and then you've got that synth going over it. That's pretty cool. Blend of genres. Wow! What a fun melding of instrumental sounds. But more importantly, they're creating contrast, an unlikely contrast in the instrumental arrangement. I bet this is foreshadowing the contrasts in vocal styles. And then when we hear these two voices together, because we are already used to the contrasts that have been laid out in the instruments, the voices have a harmony that they wouldn't have otherwise had.
Good judgment, I know I have good taste. It's funny and it's ironic that only I feel that way. I promise them that you're different and everyone makes mistakes.
Now notice how she's going in and out of breathiness. There are notes that are more forward and not confident, that's not the right word, but just more direct sounding. And then there are really airy moments as well.
I know I have good judgment, I know I have good taste.
Not good taste, no, good taste, good taste. Now, you might think that that's just her dumping more breath. It's a little bit more than that. Yeah, there's more air being dumped as part of this technique, but there's also more air being held back. Good taste, taste, taste. It's not just good taste. She's subtly utilizing a vocal technique called compression, which you hold back air to create the auditory illusion that you're dumping more air. Good taste, good taste, good taste. But she's doing it in a wonderfully subtle way.
It's funny and it's ironic that only I feel that way.
And then she adds a lot more weight to her voice on way. That way. Brings the sound more forward. It becomes pingy and bright, and the rasp goes away. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's using more air. It means that she's changed her placement and is using air differently to make that tonal and energy adjustment.
It's funny and it's ironic that only I feel that way. I promise them that you're different and everyone makes mistakes, but just don't.
Beautiful.
I heard that you're an actor, so act like a stand-up guy. Whatever devil's inside you, don't let him out tonight.
That is way different than I would have expected it. Part of what caught me off guard is that Dolly is taking the high harmony.
I heard that you're an actor, so act like a stand-up guy. Whatever devil's inside you, don't let him out tonight. I tell them it's just your culture.
That's super cool because Dolly has always had this sort of shaky voice. And in this context, we've got this grounded, confident, at peace voice. And then we've got this thing happening over the top of it that's kind of like, it's the perfect way to blend their voices. But I would have thought that Sabrina would be higher than Dolly just based on their, why do I think that? Maybe just age? I don't know.
Everyone rolls their eyes, yeah, I know. All I'm asking, baby, please, 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 don't prove I'm right. Please, 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 don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice.
Yeah, and you hear Sabrina in those layers too. But we've got this sort of like spirit thing happening up here. And then we've got earthiness and comfort and grounding in Sabrina's voice.
Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you don't embarrass me like the others.
There's that point where they go to unison there. That's pretty neat.
Make up so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another.
You have this twangier sound out of Dolly than, Sabrina's got this much more forward sort of sound to her. If I were just to make noises to represent it, it would be here, here, here would be Sabrina, and here, ha, ha. She's got a country twang maybe, but it's more than that. It's a placement that's a bit witchier and a bit more cried. And she's always had that. Dolly Parton has always had that. And I think that's part of the reason that her voice has aged so well, is because she's created these placements with her voice that are low vocal budget and still free and expressive. And her uniqueness comes from living in that range of cry, twang, in a way that isn't just about the low parts of her voice, which a lot of country artists tend to do. They tend to use twang down here a little bit more.
Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another.
Heartbreak is one thing. Heartbreak. You have that. And then you have the heartbreak is one thing. Right? Ha, 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 ha. Completes a spectrum that you didn't know you wanted to hear.
Beg you don't embarrass me like the others are.
And there they diverge, so you hear both the pitch contrast and the placement contrast. Brilliant arranging.
Please, please, please. I have a fun idea, babe. Maybe just stay inside. I know you're craving some fresh air, but the ceiling fan is so nice.
You might be tempted to say, well, that's just the way Dolly Parton's always been. And there probably is some of that, right? We've heard her voice for so long, and she's always had this very distinct sound. However, she is also a character and a musical actor, and she has developed a range of characters and character with her voice. And so it's tempting for us to be like, oh yeah, that's just the way she sounds. That's just the way it naturally comes out. I don't believe that for a minute. I believe she has honed this character, and I believe that it's still a big part of what she intentionally does with her voice that gets her sound. And as a matter of fact, great vocalists do that all the time. They're not content with, oh, that's just the way I sound. No, they're interested in being a musical actor, in connecting with certain sounds and sensations that allow them to express themselves in a vulnerable and genuine way. And this is what we've always loved about Dolly Parton.
I know you're craving some fresh air, but the ceiling fan is so nice. And we could
So nice. How she fries out there at the top. That's cool.
know you're craving some fresh air, but the ceiling fan is so nice. And we could live so happily if no one knows that you're with me. I'm just kidding. Really, really, really.
I really like Sabrina's lower register. It's so warming. Incidentally, back to Dolly Parton for a second. The reason we perceive her as so unique is because of that character mindset pursuit.
Really, really, really. Please, 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 don't prove I'm right. Don't prove I'm right. Please, 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 don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice.
It's interesting hearing the straightness of Sabrina's voice with the articulations of Dolly's, and also the incidental vibrato that happens. They're not, this blend works so well in part because Sabrina is able to be so straight, and Dolly, it leaves room for Dolly's movement and shakier vibrato.
Break is when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you don't embarrass me like the others are. Please, please, please.
That was neat. Listen.
Ego's another. I beg you don't embarrass me like the others are.
The voice is just...
Please, please, please. If you wanna go and be stupid, don't
don't, ba, ba. There's almost this sheep-like vibrato there on Dolly's part.
Don't make me hate you prolifically.
And the agility that she still has is amazing.
Please, 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 please.
And the way that each voice was brought to prominence in the arrangement there, that was amazing. This is masterful arranging.
Hate you prolifically.
Dolly.
Please, 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 please.
Such a wonderful conversation happening. This is a musical conversation between two vocalists. It's one thing to have a great musical conversation happening with one vocalist, but they've really done that conversational arranging well here.
Please, 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 please.
Yeah. If you like nerding out on different voices and different vocal textures, and you'd like to see about taking your voice to the next level, learning how to sing from a place of true freedom and non-judgment, click the link below and join my free singing course. I'm a vocal coach, and I love helping people find out what their voice can really do based on the inspirations that they have from other singers. You can find that link in the pinned comment or video description. That was fun and full of contrasts I really didn't expect. It also highlighted how important it is for vocalists to be intentional with their sound, with their delivery, with their arranging. It would have been really easy for this song to be a complete train wreck, given the contrasts built into each one of their voices. But by listening, being open, and creating musical conversations based on their unique characters, they didn't just make it work, they created a masterful arrangement. We'll see you for more.